This video is about how to operate the firefighting system that protects the house. The water for this system comes from the same storage dam that waters the garden. There are a few taps to open to allow the sprinklers to operate. And once the pump is going, we should be able to see the sprinklers operating and we should be able to use the hoses. So here's the house and the front steps. Directly opposite the front steps, there is a manifold. Here it is. Two things we need to check here. One is that this sprinkler tap is open. That will allow water to go to the sprinklers on top of the roof. And we're also going to open this valve here, which has a little bit of pressure in it already. The pipes have some pressure in them. This water protects the manifold itself from a couple of little sprinklers here. Okay. We also check that the fire tap valve is open. That one's normally open for irrigation purposes anyway. We'll check it there. Okay. Now we're going to go back towards the house and around the back of the house. We can see just in front of us here by the front steps the firefighting tap for the front of the house. Doesn't have a hose on it as yet. That's actually stored around the back. And hopefully on days of high fire danger we'll have that hose out near the tap and ready to go. Okay, out the back here we've got our mobile water trailer and we've got the hose which lives at the front of the house. Okay, that hose normally attaches here. We want to check that the O-rings on the tap are intact. This one's broken, so it needs to be replaced. There are fresh O-rings stored on the bench in the bunker. This tap will allow water to come out and go to the hose. Up here you can see the tap valve which operates the under eave sprinklers. The ones on top of the roof don't have a separate valve. They'll just operate whenever the pump is running, provided that the valves on the manifold and the valves under this green lid are open. So we're going to have a look in here. Hopefully you can see this valve is closed because it's not in line with the pump, with the pipe. Now it's open, it's in line with the pipe. We can replace that. And we're all set now to go and start the firefighting pump. So we walk down past the mulberry tree to the pump house. Okay, here's the pump house. There's the dam which supplies firefighting water. It should normally be full. It's getting a little low, so I'm refilling it from the house bore. Okay. Here we have two pumps. The firefighting pump with instructions above it and the main irrigation pump, which we're not going to use today. We're going to run the petrol pump. Okay, so the instructions you can see are listed here and we're going to follow them. 1, set all electrical switches in the white right hand panel off. So come over here, I'm going to turn all of these main switches off. Okay. 2, turn off the main pump tap. We turn the handle away from us. So that's down here, the main pump tap, and we turn that off. Three, check that the manual transfer tap is in line with the pipe. Over here, it's actually written on it, manual transfer tap. Check that that is in line with the pipe. 4, open both large taps behind the firefighting pump. Again, handles in line with the pipes. The small tap on the left stays shut. So here's the small tap on the left, that one stays shut like it is. We open 1 and 2. They're a bit stiff. Then we're going to operate it just like we did at the shed. On the side here, turn the ignition on. Set the throttle about halfway, the fuel over to the right, and the choke to the left to start off with. Okay, we can pull start the engine, and then we're going to move the choke, that grey lever, over to the right. It should start. Going. Okay, the pump's not operating at full speed at the minute, so it's not full power. We can come back in and do that. Okay, and now I'm just going up to have a look at the house and confirm that the rooftop sprinklers are operating like they should. Yep, you can see them there. Now if I were to go and open the hose taps, they would also operate, and we'd be able to use the hoses at the front or back of the house. Closing those taps. Close the manual transfer tap. Okay. Open the main irrigation one so that we can do garden watering again. And we're going to turn the electrical switches back on. So now we're back to garden watering mode. The last thing we're going to do is go back over to the tap at the back of the house, turn that one off, that's the one under the green lid, and then we're going to go to the manifold and reset those taps. There it is, green lid, crossways to the pipe is closed. Here, the reverse of what we did. close the small sprinklers that protect the manifold, close the sprinkler tap there. This fire tap can stay as it is because it's needed for garden watering.